Family time. I'm super excited. Welcome to another exciting episode of Popcorn on TSLNigeria TV. My name is Ejiro. Now, for those of you who do not know what Popcorn is all about, well, let me introduce you. Popcorn is the movie show on TSLNigeria TV where we bring you everything that has to do with movies, from top 10 countdowns, the series, to exciting times where you just, be reminded of stories from way back. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We will be bringing you something really interesting today. Doing more of the series on satellite, on GoTV, on cable, or every other pattern that you can think of. We actually had a time where we actually enjoyed watching local TV channels because we had interesting series to look forward to. Today on Popcorn, we'll be talking about series that rock, Nigerian series that rocked the TV channels way back from the late 90s into the early 2000s. And on my number 5 is a very interesting one. It's none other than Papa Ajasco. Now, Papa Ajasco is one series that made us so excited. We had people like Papa Ajasco and company. It's actually a Wale Adenuga production, one of those productions that we always looked forward to. Now, this series, I remember, used to always come up on Sundays, and it was by 8 o'clock. Now, everybody would gather around and be ready and excited to watch this show. Now, you know something about what always got me was the characters of Papa Ajasco. Now, Papa Ajasco had this really big stomach, and then we had Alinko, where he used to have this forward movement and reversal movement. Now, Papa Ajasco was something that rocked and was a successful production for Wale Adenuga production. Now, moving forward to our number 2. Now, some of you would remember this as I Need to Know. We all enjoyed it. I Need to Know was one series that was both enlightening for every sphere of generation, especially for young ladies, for young teenagers who were just, trying to find their way. It made us see that we could learn so much more, not just from ourselves, also from our parents and all that. So it created this idea that we could have relationships with our friends and family. Now, it also enlightened us about HIV and AIDS, early pregnancies, and so many other vices that, we all experience as teenagers. Now, I want just to bring a little bit of back to your memory. We're going to see the soundtrack of I Need to Know. Don't go anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the soundtrack. I need to know if education is the key, then why do you deny it? Alright, moving on to my number 3. Now, number 3 is we're talking about something that rocks the TV. Now, we love this series because we're talking about a family where there was always commotion everywhere. I am talking none other about Fuji House of Commotion.
Was a time in some nations, plenty wives was the notion. Concubines with concussion, the opinion was rotation. Number 1 is companion, the number 2, confusion. Number 3 is commotion, Fuji House of Commotion. The kids are like the corn plantation, Fuji House of Commotion.
So number 1 is companion, number 2 is confusion, number 3 is commotion. Fuji House of Commotion. Now, this is one series that especially we all love. Now, one of the things that I loved about this story, we had people like Ejiro. Now, I went back to actually watch this series again, and I was so shocked to see Ejiro acting as the 4th wife of Chief. It was really interesting. It's all encompassing, as you would see so many families actually go through this. Now, there was one particular episode I watched that I was really excited about, when they told all the wives to cooperate together. If not, they will not see their husband. It was a very funny and amazing thing to see these wives trying to connect with each other. And then moving forward to my number 2. Now, we all loved this one. We all were excited about this one. We're talking about none other than Everyday People.
the fool. Ooh, being there.
Now, Everyday People was one that reminded us of someone really, really special. Now, I'm talking about Sam Loco Efe. Sam Loco was married to 2 wives and had a bit of a large family where there was always this small controversies here and there. But Everyday People was something that everybody was excited about, was something they all looked forward to, something that, you know, when you sit down, you want to watch with your family. Like I said, before we had, you know, different series coming up, we always had something we looked forward to. In the early 2000s, when we were a lot younger, we're so excited to, you know, watch TV because you either know that, on Sundays, Papa Ajasco, or Wednesdays, Everyday People, I Need to Know comes up every Saturday when everybody's at home. Anyway. And you know, Everyday People was just another one that was really, really exciting. So if I know some of you have watched this, but you'll be amazed to know that this series, you can get them on YouTube and just watch them for your own excitement. All right, my number one. Now, number one was a shutdown for everybody. I mean, not just us in every state, but I think the entire country stuck to this one. I am talking about none other than Super Story.
It's a super story of good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a super story.
This is Super Story. Now, if you know that by 8 o'clock on Sundays, everywhere was on lockdown. Everybody wanted to watch Super Story. Now, Super Story had people like Shola Shobawale, and you know, she starred in the first movie where she was called Toyin Tomato, and she dealt with this man. I mean, she dealt with him, oh father, oh daughter. Now, if you remember this story, it was really, really one that everybody learned from. Now, that kicked off, and everybody stuck to the Super Story series. Another thing about it is that it's a Wale Adenigo production, and one of the exciting parts about Wale Adenigo production, Wale Adenigo production brought a whole lot of acts, a lot of young acts that are presently in the scene and are doing so well in the Nollywood industry. Many of them came out and they have done so well. Now, I especially loved Super Story, first of all, for every lesson that was taught from it. It always made us, you know, think about our mistakes, think about not to make bad decisions. We had stories that had to talk about prostitution. We had stories that, you know, would make us want to talk about how you should behave when you go to the university. It talked about secondary school devices, and you know, so many other things that this series brought us. Now, I've talked about 5 series today that rocks our late 90s and early 2000s, and on my number 5, I spoke about Papa Ajasco. Papa Ajasco is a Wale Adenigo production. And number 4, I talked about I Need to Know. I Need to Know was a WHO sponsored program where they really wanted people to be enlightened about HIV/AIDS, pregnancies, and secondary school vices. And on number 3, I'm pretty much excited about number 3, is Fuji House of Commotion, where we had 3 wives who were just causing havoc everywhere and so much children. And number 2, we talked about Everyday People. God rest his soul. We remember Sam Loco Efe, who always made us laugh and got us excited every time he was on screen. And my number one for me is the biggest of them all, Super Story. Super Story is a Wale Adenigo production that rocks the early 2000s, and everybody looked forward to this series. Now, this is it for us on Popcorn. Till I come your way next week, first of all, I want to remind you that TSLNigeria has amazing shows every day. We have the breakfast show from Monday to Friday. We have the grill show by Neki Moyo, and we have the Big 5 by Joyce Chooks. And coming to you every weekend as usual, we will give you news that are exciting and the craziest news that has gone down every week. That is Weekend Rundown. And of course, I will be here same time next week Saturday, bringing you the hottest gist in movies. Till I come your way next week, stick around and do have a lovely weekend.
Stay connected to TSLNigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSLNigeria Space TV and join our online family.